Alright guys, we are at one of the most popular breakfast locations here in Hong Kong. It's actually right next to the hotel we booked for our third and fourth night. Super close. If you want to get breakfast, you can check it out, but this place is pretty notorious for being rude. I think they're a little curt with you because as you can see, it's super packed here. There's so many people. They just need to get people to order and eat and get out. They have everything set in Chinese, so it's gonna be a little hard to order, but we recommend that you just go with the set combo. Okay, so the 46 Hong Kong dollar set includes this macaroni with whatever is going on there. I think that's ham, toast with butter, this scrambled egg, and ham. It says that you get some kind of milk tea over there, but we weren't getting it. We were sitting here for the longest time waiting, and then if you don't get everything on the first try, you gotta sort of insist and talk to them. If you get startled easily, you shouldn't come here. They talk to you pretty loud, but Mayu's used to it because she stays with me. I think you should vlog about it or put up a camera and record it, because I have this distinct feeling that they sort of treat us slightly nicer when I pull up the camera and I'm recording them. Really? Yeah. Well, let's try this. Okay, what I'm realizing is that this meal is almost as identical to the meal we had yesterday for breakfast. Instead of sunny side eggs up from yesterday, we're having scrambled eggs, and they're giving us ham instead of spam, and they didn't give us toast last time, right? So the value is pretty much the same, just so that I have Mayu rated on an equal level. We also ordered the milk pudding here.
It's almond flavor.
So give me a rating out of 5. 3 out of 5 for the rating. Okay, by the way guys, yesterday's breakfast was 3.5. And as for the value, I'm gonna give it a 3.3. If we had to sort of explain our scores, I don't know. I trust her taste judgment better than me because she just judges it purely on a taste standpoint. She thought that yesterday the pudding was less sweet, it was more refined. We think that both of them pretty much have processed foods and such, so it's not like a Michelin star like kind of experience, but that's just how the taste breaks down. I have to just quickly mention that you go over to that direction for the breakfast place from the intersection that I really like. This is the most picturesque intersection. We're taking time lapses, a bunch of pictures here, but our hotel's located right over there. So if you wanna hit up this intersection for some photos on the way or after breakfast, it's all cool. So the hotel we're staying at is right there on that corner intersection, the big intersection. Notice that big fancy building we're just taking pictures in front of? That's Jordan Station. And right over on this direction here, we're gonna go to a popular dessert place that Mayu's been scouting out and wanting to check out. Alright guys, so from that main street, you'll be making a right over here on this next intersection and walking towards that direction. A short ways over, you'll see this little store right before the dead end. Make a right, and the location is right here on the left. It's Chinese. Have photographic memory again of those pictures, symbols. It looks like this inside. I've noticed that they have Michelin star guides. They just have so many different flavors. We didn't know what to choose. We just sort of went exactly with the two that they feature in this news article. Generally with porridges, it's gonna be the red bean porridge. That's gonna be the staple in any East Asian culture. This one looks like it's potatoes, but it has a very distinct ginger smell. And Mayu added extra little dumplings for additional charge.
Sesame dumpling.
Roughly these are about 20 Hong Kong dollars each, but with the dumplings, etc., all the additionals, it's costing us 50 Hong Kong dollars for the set. It's almost like I'm having ginger tea. So you can have this for tea time, I guess. Especially if you have a cold, this is really good for you. Outtake. The mochi is super soft and chewy. Very characteristic of Chinese mochi that I'm recognizing. I think it's chewier than Japanese. If I had to rate it, Korean would be the least chewiest and soft, then it would be Japanese, then Chinese mochi. As far as my experience from Taiwan and Hong Kong, can't say about mainland China. But it has the familiar black sesame seed filling inside, the sweet one.
I like sweet potato here because yesterday we had Taiwan sweet potato, deep fried sweet potato. It was, I think, same potato that they have. Really sweet.
It's sweet, but the ginger is pretty much overpowering it. Yeah. What do you think about the red bean porridge, babe? Compared to Korean, it seems less thick. It's more watery. They don't have the mochi inside like the Korean ones, but I guess you could have ordered it as an add-on.
I don't know, when I put it in the mouth, I feel I can sense some citrus.
Overall, how would you rate the taste of this restaurant out of 5 stars, babe? 4 out of 5. Okay, that's pretty good. As far as the value is concerned, being that these bowls only cost about 22 Hong Kong dollars each, I'm gonna give it a really good score of 4.7 because anywhere else where we try to have like any kind of dessert bowl in Hong Kong, you're expecting to pay at least 30 Hong Kong dollars each. Being that this is an even Michelin star rated place, I'm really impressed that they didn't jack up the prices like the other places and take advantage of the hype train. So really want to give it a high score. Wait, Mayu, I want to know why you didn't give it a 4.5. Giving
Did I
it,
say 4?
yeah, 4.
I was thinking 4.5.
Were you?
Almost 5.
Yeah.
I want thicker. This is my preference. I like thicker one.
Okay. So we're gonna readjust it for a combined maximum experience score of 9.2. If you're around the neighborhood, you definitely should. If you booked that hotel that we did, you definitely should come out here. I personally like Korean red bean porridge because it's more of a porridge. It's thicker. There's more substance to it. But it's almost like tea here because it's a bit watery. So instead of having tea, come out here for tea time and you get a little bit more extra, and it's a pretty local chill ambiance, as you see. Just locals around here. I like how it is. It's AC. I like it. It's a really chill local neighborhood that gives you like a homely vibe, like a functional homely vibe compared to our dysfunctional family home vibe at the hotel that we're staying at. As far as my score, why is it 0.2 less than yesterday? Actually, I was about to give it a 3 because although I understand why they have to be a bit rude and push people through because the place seems to be super hyped, I have no idea why there's so many people there because, you know, generally all the foods around here, like the similar meals that we've had, I think they taste great. Even on our first day, the second restaurant with the same kind of scrambled eggs, etc. As far as for me, I thought it tasted better over there because they had more butter in it, which you may or may not agree to. It's probably less healthy. But I mean, if I have to be brutally honest, it is a bit rude. So it's like, unless you want to experience rudeness and you think that like gives you an extra additional value to it, there's really, I really can't give it a better value. Also, like, the restaurant was a bit more run down, etc., and you get interesting smells. So that's why I was about to give it a 3. However, on the way out, I left my gimbal on the floor, and the guy literally chased me down to give it to me. So, you know, I can totally vouch that that place isn't rude because they're just rude people. It's just they have to be really, you know, curt and fast with you because there's just so many people there and they need to get everybody served and processed fast. So what's worse than being treated rude is having to wait a long time or seeing inefficient people. So I think that's just the Hong Kong mentality here, which I can totally vouch for. Alright guys, so a little pro tip: if you are gonna get multiple dishes or bowls out here, I don't recommend you get the ginger, although I like the ginger, because if you have the ginger, every other taste sort of gets overpowered by this ginger scent. Mayu is noticing a hint of citrus in that red bean porridge, which would be very unique because I've never had anything that tasted citrusy with red bean. She's saying it's yuja, as Koreans would say it, or Japanese call it yuzu. It's like a Asian type of citrus. But I can't taste it at all because this ginger is super overpowering. However, if you are cold and you caught a cold and you want to clear your throat, this ginger one is super cool. It's basically like ginger tea but with a bit more substance and tastier. Thanks again guys for checking out this video. If this is your first time, be sure to check out our channel for more vlogs released Saturdays and our longer discussion and walking videos released Wednesdays. I've color-coded our main vlogs with the black sidebars as opposed to our longer form discussion or walking videos with pink or no sidebars for your convenience. Be sure to also check out our Facebook and Instagram pages to keep up to date and communicate with us, and remember, we also have our second channel, Traveling Asia, that's dedicated to our international travels as well.